congratulating us and everything. And so that's how Rock Around the Block got formed, as a way to get people into the museum. And it worked, and it's grown. So they come to Rock, and then they also get exposed to our museum and can see what we have to offer.
What will be on speaking of the museum, what will be on display this year? I know some of the new addition is some more items of the late Louis Zamperini, which is very exciting. You have some yearbooks. Tell people out there what they can expect.
Oh, yes. So we'll have part of our Louis Zamperini collection out, as you mentioned. And the Torrance Historical Society is lucky enough to have the largest collection of Louis memorabilia in the world. And some of that collection you can also see at Zamperini Field at the airport. And as you mentioned, we have yearbooks. These are Torrance high school yearbooks from all the high schools, and the Historical Society has the largest collection around. So you can check those out. We also have a huge collection of maps and different bits of information that you may need, like photos, for example, to do research. So there's all sorts of treasures there that give you a peek into the past. So you'll just have to come in and see what we have.
Exactly. Come and enjoy the free event. There's so much that's happening. And every year, some of the same activities return. So talk to me about that. I know the In-N-Out truck is coming back. You do have to pay for that. But we have the hula hoop contest. There's a pie eating contest. There's so much. So tell me all about that.
Yes, so we have fabulous events, and the lineup pretty much remains the same because it works. So coming back for the 14th year are the Torrance Torrells. They're a group of Torrance employees who sing a cappella. This year we also have coming back the Sound of Honda Choir. I think I have that correct.
Yeah.
But anyway, they're a choir from Honda with all Honda employees. There will be 10 of them singing. We have Rita Hayworth coming this year. She will sing 2 songs. We have our favorite famous yo-yo champion, Alex Hattori. He went to South High and graduated a couple years back. He is the 6th consecutive national yo-yo winner and the 3rd ranking yo-yoer in the world. And 2 weeks after Thursday, he's going to Shanghai or Hong Kong, anyway, somewhere out that direction, to participate in a world championship again. And one thing that's of particular note, he designed his own yo-yos at MIT.
Wow.
And those are the yo-yos he uses. And there's a yo-yo museum in Chino. And he has all of the yo-yos that he has used and designed to win those national championships on display there in perpetuity.
Wow, that's amazing.
Yes, and not to mention our car guys, you know, they will have all their finest wheels on display, and we'll have People Choices Awards, so you can go out and pick which car is your favorite. So there's all sorts of things going on. Oh, and not to forget, we have the South Bay Strummers, a group of ukulele players who will be in the Bartlett Center performing for you while you dine on In-N-Out.
That sounds delicious. I had some In-N-Out fries this afternoon. So definitely something unique because the In-N-Out truck comes out. So it's a different experience, correct?
Correct. Yes, it's wonderful. It just adds to the feeling of the 50s by having the burger truck out there flipping burgers, and people love it. I mean, where else do you see more than 1,000 people out there having fun and doing the games, as you mentioned, with the hula hoop, bubble gum blowing, and pie eating, and cakewalk. Those cake-related ones are sponsored by Torrance Bakery, and this year, Wham-O donated our hula hoops.
Wow, so can anybody participate in these activities once they show up?
Yes.
Or is there a certain time that people should show up by if they were interested in participating in maybe the pie eating contest?
Yeah, we do. We have to divide our games up by ages so that we can group people together, because there are many who want to participate, and we try and get everyone in who wants to participate. And the games will start at 7 p.m. But before that, we'll have the entertainment, the singers and the yo-yoers and whatnot.
It's a great event for the family. Obviously, it's summertime, so come out. And for viewers that are tuning in, it's this Thursday. It starts at 5 p.m., goes until 8 p.m. It is a block party, so part of downtown is shut down. Where can people park? When should they arrive if they want to get a head start? Tell us all the details.
Okay, well, there's plenty of street parking. I would suggest carpooling, and many people are from the neighborhood, so they just stroll on down. So just look in the neighborhoods. There should be plenty since it does start at 5 and it goes until 8. And anybody can participate. It's a family event, and like you said, the only thing there is a fee for is the In-N-Out burger. So $9.50, we make like 4 cents literally.
Wow.
But that's okay. And it's a cheeseburger or just a plain cheese sandwich, chips and a drink. So come out and join the fun.
And Debbie, this is one of many events the Torrance Historical Society and Museum hosts throughout the year. Earlier in my show, I talked about the historic downtown walk. Tell me about some other events that are coming up in the summertime or early next fall that people can participate in. Maybe we can talk a little bit about the walk since it's happening this weekend as well.
Yes, so to start with the walk, you're right. That's at 1:30, starts at the museum. It's free. It's awesome because you walk down the tree-lined streets of Old Torrance and we give you bits of history. We can maybe tell you where the witch from Buffy the Vampire Slayer lived, maybe where Buffy's house was. We can tell you why Torrance doesn't have a cemetery. We can show you the homes of where some of the famous people lived. There's all sorts of history that takes place in this hour-and-a-half walk, and it's about 8 blocks. Then another favorite event, this I think is our 7th annual. We call it the Summer Stroll, and it will take place on Thursday, August 9th. And we collaborate with local restaurants, and what we do is start at the museum, and for $35 we have a group of 35 people, and we will walk down the streets, and before we arrive at a restaurant, we'll show you a picture of what it used to look like and what it was prior, tell you a little bit about its history, and then we'll go inside for a sip and a sample and then move on. So it's like a progressive dinner, and we have the Red Car Catch Cafe, the Depot Restoration Kitchen and Wine, Local Kitchen, Keegan's and Torrance Bakery participating this year.
Wow, sounds delicious. And that is a ticketed event, correct?
They can, yes, absolutely. So you can call the museum 310-328-5392 to hold a reservation, but check first to make sure we still have them available because they sell out instantly.
Great. And for people tuning in, there are many great events happening this week. The Thursday event is Rock Around the Block Party, and I hear that you have a very cute outfit that you've picked out for the event.
Oh, yes. You know, I love this 50s event, and one of my things is always trying to wear a different outfit. So this year, I snuck over to our neighboring city that starts with an L to a store called Retro Reload and got a cute black and white dress to match my black and white Oxfords and my black and white cat eye sunglasses.
Well, we can't wait to see you that day. You look so cute.
Thank you. It'll be fun.
And Debbie, you did talk about so many great things that are happening, but I do want to mention that the fire department will be out there helping people learn how to do hands-only CPR, which is such an important activity that the fire department trains people on.
Absolutely. They'll be at the corner of Cravens and Post Avenue, directly across from the museum, and they'll be there teaching you to do the hands-on CPR to the sound of Staying Alive. And then I also forgot to mention we have old-fashioned games like dime toss and paint a pet rock. And then we'll also have the Torrance Police Department there strolling the streets with their explorers, and AYSO and the library, all sorts of community involvement.
Well, it's going to be a great event. Before we go, if you can tell us some of the sponsors and this year a few new partners that are helping to make this event come to life.
Yes, our major sponsor this year is Saris Regis Group. They're fabulous, so that helps us cover our costs and helps us buy prizes and whatnot. We have the Torrance Bakery, the Torrance City Cable, the City of Torrance, and also the Old Torrance Neighborhood Association. It's teamwork, and then not to mention all the other volunteers who make this event happen every year.
And for people watching, this event literally takes almost a year to come together, right, Debbie?
Yes, it does. It's a well-oiled machine, and it gets a little hairy this time of year, like a couple days before. But it does take a year in planning, and that night we'll be saying, can we count on you next year? Can we count on you next year? And we always get a yes, because we really, really have a great team.
Well, Debbie, thank you so much for your time. And if you're watching, make sure to stop by downtown Torrance this Thursday, 5 to 8 p.m. for the 14th annual Rock Around the Block party. Thank you, Debbie.
Thank you, Hiba.
Well, that does it for Newsbreak Live. If you ever have news or video that you'd like to share, please email us at newsbreak@torranceca.gov. Also, if you missed any part of the show, you can catch it all on Torrance City Cable's YouTube page, Newsbreak Live. Have a great night.